much for being here. So this has been a big week for me. I got a new job. I'm a professor now. Thank you so much. How awesome is it that I'm now performing in the idiot box? I love it. It keeps me humble. I'm very comfortable with paradoxes. I feel like my whole life has been kind of this weird plot twist. For me, it starts with the fact that my mother is actually Indian, Gujarati specifically. My dad, on the other hand, is a great big white guy, which you could all tell the second I came up here. No one's been sitting there looking at me being like, I wonder what race her dad is. It's not a thing, is it? My parents got married over 40 years ago. That was before interracial marriage was cool, or at least legal in West Virginia. And their marriage has produced 4 hybrid children. My siblings come in a rainbow of colors. They're all very beautiful, and they all look appropriately mixed race. They're what white people mean when they say exotic. And then there's me. I look like a hardy medieval peasant girl. Who survived many harsh winters. And, you know, despite everything, it took me ages to realize I looked like this. And that's because our mom made the fascinating decision to raise us as Indian children. She went all out. We're all vegetarians. We're all good at math. My Indian upbringing was so intense that I was shocked when I got to school and no one could tell I was Indian at all. I had a full-on kindergarten crisis when I realized, oh my God, am I white? Oh, sweet Ganesh. Now, the reason I invoke Ganesh is because Ganesh is the god of overcoming obstacles. It's one of the many things I learned as the only white kid in Hindu Sunday school. My religious education was difficult at best. Like one of the most common activities that we do in Hindu Sunday school was put on skits about the various gods. And I played a demon in every one. And I'm not going to lie and tell you that that was fun. I didn't enjoy it. But I think it was a good experience. I think all white kids should have to spend 2 hours a week as the only white kid in a room that doesn't want there to be white people in it. And here's why I think that. So after a recent performance, a well-dressed older white lady came up to me and said, you know what? I like the way you look better than the way Indian people look. What? And we don't have time to fully unpack that wackadoodle racism. But I was steamed. You know, like, how dare she try to compliment me by being racist against my mother? I mean, for one thing, my mom is super beautiful. Like, I'm worst case scenario for an offspring produced by my mother. It's not what I said to that woman in the moment, though. What I said to her was, because we're all works in progress, right? It's one of the things I like about Hinduism. You know, the gods, they grow and they learn and they change, sometimes in truly bonkers ways. So my favorite god is Ganesh. A lot of you will know him as the god who has an elephant's head on a human body. We know who Ganesh is? I can't see you. I'm hoping that's a yes. Now, Ganesh was not born that way. There is no race of reverse elephant centaurs in Hinduism. That's not a thing. So I thought I'd tell you how that happened to him. So Ganesh was born normal, classic humanoid god. And then it was just sort of like a comedy of errors. You know, he was beheaded by his father, Shiva. You know, classic misunderstanding. That could happen to anyone. And then Ganesh's mom was furious, and she said to Shiva, you know what, don't even think about coming back home until you find our son a new head. And Shiva was like, bitches be crazy. And he took off into the jungle. He found an elephant, cut off its head, brought it back, reattached it to Ganesh's body, and they went on with their lives. Had some questions about that. Chief among them, if they had head reattachment technology, why didn't they reattach his original head? I had another crazy thing happen to me at a performance where a man who had a crucifix necklace on came up to me and was like, wow, I can't believe they taught that to you. It's just so messed up that they would teach that to kids. And I was like, sir, let me get this straight. You think Ganesha's whimsical decapitation is too inappropriate for kids, but the Bible is fine? The Bible makes Game of Thrones look like Dora the Explorer. Anyway, that is where I'll leave you. Thank you so much.